Okay, welcome to another Women and a Series. It is the Tobo Sigwe Ezikolomo. Before I proceed on what I have to teach today, I want to appreciate as many of you that have remained steadfast in this channel, that are learning and supporting this channel. Those who are sharing the video and those who are supporting in other ways. I'm grateful. Those who are giving me super thanks, I'm grateful. I must let you all know that promoting Igbo culture is, I find it as my own calling. As some of you have observed, this year I have decided to switch things up. I want to go into film to see how we can also use film to push some of the teachings and also promoting Igbo culture. So I've done a few videos that I will be uploading intermittently. At times I will upload like 2 in a week. At times I can upload like 1 in a week. I will upload as much as I can, and I will do as much as I can. And I would like some of you to support with sharing and telling other people about this channel, so that this message will go as far as possible, and it will have the desired effect. There is no point lighting a candle and putting it under the bed. If you are learning from this channel, then you should try as much as possible to tell other people about this channel, so that we will have a liberation as people. Then we are in the Gregorian calendar, Gregorian New Year. We have entered a new year as far as the Gregorian calendar is concerned. So I kind of have a message that came sometime last year. I was told to tell a lot of Igbo people that they should start thinking back home, start thinking of investing heavily in an Igbo, that an Igbo needs to be rebuilt. And you cannot rebuild by investing and developing other people's place. If wherever you are staying, you are making, you are making your own living, support as many Igbo people as possible to start in their home base. A lot of us bring people to wherever it is that we have made it, but try as much as possible to see how you can support other people to stay back in an Igbo, to develop it, because an Igbo is in need of serious development. If you look at all the development indices, industry, we are falling short. Infrastructural development, we are falling short. Like, for example, as big as Anambra State is, I'm not sure there are up to 2 cinemas. I think maybe, if I'm correct, like 1 cinemas in Anambra State. I'm here in Unewi, and I can tell you that there is no modern or even standard library here in Unewi, and I believe that no society or community can develop without library. I believe there should be every community in Igbo land should have library. Every community in Igbo land should have library. Every community in Igbo land should have parks, should have cinemas, should have all these leisure centers. It's not only when we go to Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt we start seeing all those things, and we cannot have those things in our own place, community. These things are not luxury. There are some things that are supposed to be in our communities, and it's when we have thriving economies in our communities, that's when we'll start attracting all this kind of infrastructures. So they're important that we have communal library, communal theaters in our Igbo communities, so that we enlighten our people. An educated mind is a liberated mind. So if we have things that will help liberate our people, we can even create internet facilities. We can see how we can solve the perpetual light problem that we are experiencing here in the East. Good thing, here in Nigeria, a bill has been signed that if you want to, the states have been empowered, even communities have been empowered to generate their own electricity. So it's time we start showing some form of creativity. For example, me that is organizing a yearly festival, I feel extra. I'm planning it big this year. These things I'm doing it based on my own individual capacity, with little support from friends and well-wishers. If I have massive support, I will do it more than I have been doing. Last year I did a film. I would like to be doing Igbo films that I will be uploading here in this channel. So I'm saying that if you can support as many of us that are in an Igbo, who are trying to develop an Igbo, who are not trying to run out of an Igbo, and also support young people who are trying to start off in life, to stay in an Igbo, to work, to push for the development of an Igbo. Last year I talked about opening a radio station. It's still part of my agenda this year. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but that radio station is going to come into fruition. So as many of you that are coming to this channel, if you are learning from this channel, if you have the capacity to help, please, I will encourage you to help. You will see our account number, Ikolomuwa Media. I'm doing a lot of documentaries this period, and I must tell you that it's eating deep into my own personal resources. I work, and that's where I get the money to do some of the things I'm doing. But that's how our people say. I appreciate it when people send me even as little as 5,000, 3,000, 10,000, 50,000. I appreciate all those kind of support. Someone gave me a massive support sometime last year. I don't even know who the person is, and the person didn't try to send me his or her details to know who sent me that kind of massive support. Whoever you are, if you are listening to this video, you will be blessed. My plan is that next 6, 7, 8 years or even 10 years for us to have a TV station where we can, because without media you cannot promote anything you are doing. Without media you cannot stand any movement, any ideology. Ideologies are propagated through media. Ways of life are propagated through media. I must tell you, someone like me, I've been facing a lot of battles, even from community, from friends, and even family. And if not because I have a little financial wherewithal, it wouldn't have been easy for me to still be doing what I'm doing. For some of us who missed our Afiolo this year, I'll start this year to start announcing it on time. So some of you can make preparation. You can come. It can be a thing of vacation. Come and experience the beauty of Igbo culture. Thank you very much. Okay, today I want to discuss on understanding your rich Igbo heritage. Understanding your rich Igbo heritage. Many Igbo people mistake being Igbo for wearing isiago, red cap, inaketo, ibai, eating Igbo foods and speaking Igbo language. And that we easily default to, if in our some of us, our children that are in school, whenever they talk about Igbo cultural day, they are always quick to wear their children isiago, red cap, and so they reduce Igbo, being Igbo, our heritage, to these infinitesimal things. Or speaking, some people will say Igbo na Igbo. They reduce being Igbo, our heritage, to the language. So, and I'm saying, as beautiful as these things are, they are not the depth or soul of what being Igbo is. They are not the depth. They are not the soul of what being Igbo is. This is because all the things mentioned above are dynamic and subject to change. For example, this red cap or this Isiago clothing that have become popular or synonymous with Igbo identity today is a recent introduction. It's not even up to 100 years. Our ancestors, 150, 120, 200 years backwards, we are not wearing Isiago. Their clothing system was more of Ewapa. Many of you that have watched my Ozo initiation video, it's part of the Ozo initiation video, and animal hides. The caps, they also adorned all these when it Igbo and Igbo Nishoku. The caps are from animal hides. They use animal hides to do their cap back then, and they now put it this ego feather and Ishoku feather. So in fact, the Isiago clothing that we are promoting today as the Igbo identity, and these caps are all imported. They are not even made in Nigeria. This means they are not indigenous to us. It proves further that they are not even indigenous to us. In fact, the history of Igbo red cap in Igbo, I think, is traced to the first warrant chief that was made in Ogidi, that called himself, I think, later Igbo Walter or something. I think he's the one that promoted or made red cap to become popular, because he was the first warrant chief and he came with a lot of pomp and pageantry and all those things. So he was always wearing red cap. So subsequently, those who felt important figures in an Igbo started identifying red cap as they are one of their distinguishing features. I'm not saying there is anything bad with red cap. In fact, I didn't want to wear red cap because of the kind of how it was introduced, because they say that it was the Portuguese is it potters, those who are working in ship, in Portuguese ship that was landing in Onitsha then, that were the people who are wearing this red cap. So I didn't want to wear red cap till my ancestors explain the depth of red cap. But nevertheless, we should know that the red cap really is not really indigenous to us as a people. There is now part we have appropriated it because culture is progressive. It doesn't mean that is everything. We must go back to how our ancestors or start wearing animal hides. No, at times culture is progressive. If we move to Inaketo is as old as Ndi Igbo. It's original to us. It's one of our greeting system, like many others. Like previously, if you see someone in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, if you see a woman, I think it's in the home. If you see a man in our home, that's our greeting system. But now you hardly hear people say it. So as for food, the Igbo foods are changing. Some of the things we call Igbo foods today, we identify as Igbo foods. We are not really even Igbo food in the distant past. You know, so even me as a person now, the foods I met as a young person, some of them are phasing out. I remember when I was growing up, I ate a lot of honor. I can't remember the last time I ate honor. I ate a lot of akede growing up. I can't remember the last time I ate akede. I have met an old man that told me that what we call vegetable today, ogo, pumpkin, the green leaves that we use as vegetable was not what they used for them as vegetable when they were small. That when they were small, nobody used to eat what we refer to as ogo, the primary source of vegetable for Ndi Igbo today, pumpkin. That nobody used to eat it when they were small as vegetable. That there were other leaves they used as vegetable. That rather, what they used to get from the pumpkin was the pod, the seed in the pumpkin pod. And they take the seed, they cook it and eat it. And that's what they really eat. That when they grow ugo in their own time, that is not for them to use the leaves. No, but it's for the pod. So you see that Igbo food, what we refer as Igbo food, is dynamic, is changing. For example, rice. If some people say that cassava is not Igbo food, but today it has been integrated into Igbo food. They say that cassava has history from that, not from Portuguese and all that. Today, rice, we are eating rice heavily. Almost Igbo family, their staple food today is rice. Even yam, that is our primary food, is taking the back burner. In a week, an average Igbo family may not even eat yam, but in a week, it's highly impossible for an average Igbo family not to eat rice. You see that these things are changing. So, as for language, the Igbo language, like English language and other language, are subject to change. They keep evolving. This means it is not how we are speaking Igbo today. That is not how our ancestors hundreds of years back spoke Igbo. In fact, I have met some Igbo elders or some Unnewi elders. I'm from Unnewi. I stay here in Unnewi. I have met some elders when they are speaking their own Igbo, Unnewi Igbo. I find it very difficult to understand what they are saying. I have to listen attentively. But what they are speaking is in Unnewi. But there is a kind of disconnect between their generation Igbo and my own the Igbo of my own generation. So you see that language kind of evolves, it changes. Even the young people who are coming up now, they are coming up with their own different Igbo slangs, their own changing the Igbo, the influences, the pop culture is influencing heavily the Igbo that is going to come, 10 years from now. It keeps changing. So, like I said above, that this changing, it does not make it less our heritage. Isiago, Igbo, Inaketo, and all these things. It still doesn't make it less our heritage. We'll keep speaking Igbo, despite the the language is being corrupted or is evolving. We'll keep eating things that we know as Igbo food, bitter leaf or ras soup, roasted yam, and all those things. We'll keep doing it. But are they really the core of our cultural heritage? Because we need to know what is really our heritage. All these things that I just mentioned, the Isiago, the red cap, the Enaketo, Igbo language, some of these Igbo foods, I call them what? The outward aspects of our cultural heritage. They shouldn't be mistaken for the core. Most people mistake all these things for the core of what it means to be Igbo. Mba, mba. Just like you is not your outward self, is the real you. We must always take cognizance of the core. That one that hardly change. The core of a culture is not as fluid as the outward aspect of a culture. The outward aspect of a culture is fluid, but the core of a culture is kind of static in a basic sense. That means 500, 600, what are the core aspect of our culture, which I'm going to list. 1,000 years ago, that's still what it is. And we must know these things because once they change, man, you are tampering with the basic foundation of what being Igbo is. So the core aspect of a culture is the engine room and the real cultural heritage. Abandoning it leads to total destruction, corruption, and weakening of that social culture, of the said culture. So the question is now, what then is our core culture, cultural heritage as Ndi Igbo? What is this real heritage as Ndi Igbo that I'm saying that we must know and we must hold dearly to, so that we won't mistake the outward aspect of our culture for the inside? Number one, market days or days of the week. Every true Igbo must know that we have 4 market days in a week. Our week system is 4 days. Afia na ano, bosi na ano, which are Eke, Oye, Afo, and Nkwo. So any day, any true Igbo, any day you wake up, you must know the day that it is in Igbo calendar. If you wake up in a day and you know that that day is Sunday, that's foreign. You know that day is Monday, that's foreign. The next question you should ask yourself, is it Eke? Is it Oye? Is it Afo? Is it Nkwo? You must know this because it does not change. The 4 market days does not change. The 7 market days that was introduced to us cannot supplant our own 4 market days. Just like you've known the Western own, you must know your own. Is today Eke? Because, for example, if you want to pray, that's what you say. You can't be saying Tabu Tuesday. You must say today Tabe Eke. Even if you want to use English, today that is Eke. Tabu Ye. You must know your basic market day as a true Igbo. That's the real cultural heritage you inherited. Because it does not change. The Igbo we are speaking may change. Our dress can change. The food can change. But our 4 market system cannot change. So the 4 market days is a vital aspect of our cultural heritage. Obosio wu ni tahana. Ya adu onwe afiago no de fa. Afieke isi na tabe eke ya amalo mma. Tabe eke ye ketalo mi forma. Tabu ye ketalo mi forma. If it's afo taba afo, ya afotalo mi forma. You teach your own children this cultural identity so that they will know their market days, their own day of the week. Number 2, know your chi. Every true Igbo person must understand what she means. The teaching and place of chi in Igbo culture is paramount. A true Igbo person that disputes the concept and the place of chi is a complete ofeke. A true Igbo person that disputes the concept and the place of chi is a complete ofeke. A confirmed efulefu. You must have an altar or ikenga for your chi as an Onyibo. I don't care if you want to be a Muslim, you want to be a Christian, you want to be anything, but as far as Onyibo, you must understand the place of chi and you must have an altar or ikenga for your chi. The outward veneration, mark my word, I repeat, the outward veneration of one's chi is another vital aspect of our heritage as Ndi Igbo. Iji ewe malai, ife eji mala Igbo, ọ dị change. Anyị kwetara na onye ọbụla awụ onye Igbo nwere chi. Anyị kwetara na mmadụ dị ndụ nwere chi. Anọ ya ada agodoro chie. Ọ ya enwe ebe ọ na-agodoro chie. Abata ha na be onye ahụ afụ ya. Ọ bụrụ ife a na-ezo ezo. That's why I said the outward veneration of oneshi is a vital aspect of our heritage as Ndi Igbo. Number 3, praying with kola nut and nzu. Every true Igbo must learn how to pray with kola nut and nzu. If nzu is given to you as Igbo, as a true Igbo, you must know what to do with it. Iya ama atu nzu. Isi ni Igbo ebighị ọkwa nzu, mara ife ihe eji ewe eme. Atụpụrụ nzu, mara ife ihe eji ewe eme. Emorodo na ada enye nzu n'aka. na ewolu nzu ewolu inwe ike imechi ị na-ata ya pasị nzu no ihe ama otu esi eji nzu ekpe ekpere ihe ama otu esi atụ nzu ihe ama otu esi agọdọ ọjị you must learn it. Our people si nne ewu na-ata agba nwa ya na-enye ya anya n'ọnụ. That's how we learn. You must learn how to do it. How to call on our ancestors, how to call on God, how to call on the unseen beings with what? Nzu or kolanut. The spiritual life of an Igbo person is tied to Nzu and kolanut. Our prayers as Ndi Igbo is devoid of emotion outside Nzu and kolanut. Nzu pụta ha na-ekpere as in a emotion because a prayer should be emotional. Prayer cannot be devoid of emotion. I have noticed this even up to today, those who say they are Christians. Most of them, their powerful songs that they use in the church are the ones they sang in Igbo. Whenever they come with that Igbo songs, it kind of raises emotion and they want to heighten the tempo. They even start adding oja, an Igbo instrument to it, and they start raising the spirits. Why? Have you asked yourself why? Whenever they want to get to the core, they bring those Igbo songs. In as much as music is universal and therapeutic, but music done in one's language and instrument, cultural paraphernalia are more higher to lift up the person of that culture into the spiritual realm. So most of these churches transform their members into that spirit that they want to take them to with Igbo songs and Igbo instruments. Afọ ha ni onye ọ na-eme ego no ekwu na mmụọ nsọ abịa ekwu na mana ife Igbo ka eji wee na-ebuni the thing. Ife Igbo ji wuru Igbo egede Igbo egede. Now how much more Nzu and kolanut? Igbo spirituality is empty. Igbo prayer is empty without Nzu and kolanut. Now number 4, masquerading. Mmọnwụ, masquerade. Any serious Igbo event that lacks masquerade performance is not complete. Mmọnwụ, masquerade is the distinguishing feature of Igbo gathering, festivity and celebration. This is na eme Igbo. Na-efe awa ọgbakọ Igbo, no festival Igbo, no mmemme Igbo, mmọnwụ ya agbalele. Mmọnwụ ya agba. Ọ na mmọnwụ agbara ọbụrụ ya. Ozughị ezu ezumezu ezugbo. It is a taboo for a great onye Igbo to be buried without a masquerade performance. It is the duty of a true onye Igbo to promote, protect, and project the art of masquerading. Masquerading is the outward manifestation of the creative potentials of Ndi Igbo. Kawunka is our own. It's our pure cultural heritage. Mmọnwụ Ebube, the final one. A true onye Igbo must be fearless and know how to speak the truth at all times. Omife Jideofor is an ancient Igbo maxim. In whatever you are doing, hold the truth. Jideofor, hold the truth. Being fearless and truthful is the quintessential Igbo spirit and value system. What makes an Igbo person onye Igbo is that you must learn how to be fearless and you must learn how to speak the truth. Jideofor, what we are telling you is hold the truth, stand on the truth. And be fearless, fear no one. You don't fear as an Igbo person. I had that told you. Why are we fearless? Because we're always standing on the truth. That's why we don't fear. We don't bend. So from the above, we can deduce that these are the core and internal aspect of being an onye Igbo. Don't reduce Igbo to wearing isiago, wearing red cap. Don't reduce Igbo to that. This is what Igbo is. Afenano bosinano. Mmadụ emachie. Mmadụ eme otu esi atụ nzu na jiloji ekpe ekpele. Iti mmọnwụ. Onye Igbo iji ọfọ, Omife Jideofor, knowing how to be fearless and truthful, speaking the truth at all times as the occasion demands. This is what it is. So the destruction of these 5 is nothing short of cultural annihilation. So any Igbo person that see any evil in any of these 5 heritages is a traitor, an ofeke, and a big fool. If you say you are Igbo, then these 5 aspects should be evident in your lifestyle. You put on the concept of chi. You must support, promote mmọnwụ. Ị na-eme nnukwu mmemme mmọnwụ kwesịrị ịgba na ya as etu onye Igbo ebo. Na-eme ya ama otu esi ekwu eziokwu without fear or favor. Ka anyị dịsịa nụ, daalụ. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. I would like to hear from some of you. If you have any question, please, you can reach me through the number on the screen or my email address or my other social media handles. Thank you. Thank you.